Are underway, including law enforcement working very hard to ensure the safety of every New Year's reveler and the city as a whole ahead of the ball drop. Joining us is retired NYPD Lieutenant Commander Joe Cardinale. Always great to see you, Lieutenant. Thanks for joining us again.
Hi, good morning, Hena.
The Times Square New Year's Eve celebration, you know this as well as I do. If not, you know it better because I'm sure you've been on the ground there. One of the biggest in the world. How difficult of an operation is this to not only secure the area, but ensure the safety of thousands and thousands of people that are there?
It's very difficult, and every year it gets more difficult, with all the goings on in the world.
Yeah.
It comes to New York City, especially we had some high-profile cases here as well. So the NYPD does a very good job of it. They analyze it every year. Every year they add something new to it. They see what they could have done the year before, and they just keep adding to the story. As Caitlin said, this is going to be a tight security. It's going to be blocked off early. The streets are going to be swept. They're going to, in more ways than one, they're going to check all the garbage areas. They're going to check containers. It's going to be very restricted. And as she said, it's going to be very limited as your access to Times Square and also what you can bring there. So people that have gone there before should understand that this is a long process. There are no bathrooms, as you stated. And let me tell you something, people are prepared for that as well. We've seen some weird going on over there. Trench coats make a great tent for a bathroom for some people. So it's a huge undertaking. And then this year they will be, the reason why they don't want the umbrellas as well is the eyes in the sky need to see into the crowd.
That makes sense. Yeah, I've heard stories about people wearing diapers to take part of this iconic event. Lieutenant, what are some of the obstacles that NYPD and law enforcement is facing here? And like you mentioned, we've seen so many high-profile cases here in this city. So what are some of the obstacles?
Well, the obstacle is always the size of the crowd and the intent of the crowd. If you're just a party going, you want to get there, they're going to sneak booze in there any way they can. But, there's going to be searches of the bags. I'm sure backpacks are not going to be allowed. And the other reason for the umbrellas, too, is, they could be used as weapons as well. So, they change every year. I remember Y2K. I'm dating myself right now. We had a huge undertaking with that as well because they were expecting all kinds of things to happen, which never did occur, but we were prepared for it. And one way is to limit the access and how people come in. Right there, you show one of the best things I love is the mounted unit. They come in, they're great for crowd control.
Yeah.
And the cops do it day in and day out. And the supervisors, have the eyes in the sky now. Things are changing, cameras all over the place. And people themselves, New Yorkers, know what to look for. If they see something that's not right, they can notify a police officer. People should be aware, though, once you're in there, we used to call it the cattle pen. Once you're in there, you can't get out. It's like herding cattle into an area. And the earlier you get there to get closer, that's the longer you're going to be staying there.
Very quickly, sir, you mentioned all the cameras out there. Any other advancing technologies that's going to help you with this large event?
Probably the drones. They'll have the drones up. They'll have there should be no other, people should understand no other drones should be flown in that area. They will control the airspace there as well. So the drones are going to be very important. And plus they have with the Alliance, Times Square Alliance, they have their own cameras that work in conjunction with the NYPD. So there's a lot of eyes out there. Big Brother is definitely watching, and you want Big Brother watching.
That's right. Happy New Year, Joe Cardinale. Always appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Happy New Year, you too.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.